You ever stop and think about what actually happens in that split second after you hit send? How a message can just zip across the entire planet in the blink of an eye? It honestly feels like magic. But it's not. It's this brilliant, totally invisible journey. So let's pull back the curtain and demystify how the internet really works. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. You send a photo to a friend on a different continent, and boom, it's there, almost instantly. What kind of path does it even take through that massive tangled web of connections? Well, that's exactly the question we're going to answer. Okay, so to get this, we've got to start with the absolute basics, a network. At its core, a network is really just a bunch of computers that are connected and have agreed to talk to each other. Your Wi-Fi at home, that's a tiny network. The internet, that's the biggest one of all. It's literally a network of networks. All right, now here's the first really surprising twist in the story. When you send that photo, it doesn't just fly across the internet as one big file. That would be super slow and clunky, kind of like trying to mail a car through a tiny letterbox. No, the system is way, way smarter than that. Instead, your computer does something amazing. It basically acts like a digital shredder. It takes your whole message, your photo, your email, whatever, and it chops it up into these tiny, easy-to-manage pieces. And this is the really important part. Each little piece gets a number, so it knows its place in the puzzle. And these little pieces, they have a name. We call them packets. So everything, and I mean everything, you do online, watching a movie, sending a text, just loading a web page, it's all just your computer sending and receiving millions and millions of these tiny little packets. You know, the absolute best way to picture this is to think of them as digital postcards. Each packet is just one small part of the bigger picture, and each one is sent out on its own into this giant global postal system that we call the internet. Okay, so that brings up a pretty big question, right? If you've got thousands, maybe millions of these little postcards all flying around at once, how on earth does each one know where it's supposed to end up? How do they not just get lost? Well, just like a real postcard, they need an address. And a digital address works almost exactly like a physical one. You know how a mailing address uses a name, a street, a city, and a zip code to find one specific house? Well, a digital IP address does the same thing, using its own structure to pinpoint one specific device on a network, anywhere in the world. It's a unique label for every single thing connected to the internet. So, every single one of those little packets gets stamped with the destination IP address. It's the whole system that makes sure your data gets to your friend's laptop and not some random person's tablet. It's what keeps the whole thing from being total chaos. All right, our postcard has an address. It's ready to go. But the internet is, well, it's a massive tangled maze of trillions of possible roads. It can't just wander around hoping for the best. It needs guides, something to tell it which way to go at every single intersection. And these are the guides. These are the workhorses of the internet. You've got routers, which are like the master traffic directors, constantly choosing the best possible path for each packet. Then you've got switches for local stuff. And of course, you have the roads themselves, the actual fiber optic cables under the ocean and the Wi-Fi signals in your house. This is just the perfect way to put it. A router doesn't care about the packet's entire journey. It just does one simple job, but it does it millions of times a second. It reads the address, figures out the very next best hop, and sends it on its way. It's like a worldwide relay race between these digital post offices. Now, because these routers are always calculating the fastest path, your little packets might actually take totally different routes to get to the same place. One might go through London, another through Tokyo. And get this, that's not a bug, it's a feature. It makes the internet incredibly tough. If one cable gets cut, the packets just get routed around the problem. The message always finds a way. And here it is, the final piece of the magic. Remember way back at the beginning how each packet got a number? Well, the computer on the other end acts as the reassembler. It patiently collects all these postcards as they arrive, looks at the numbers, and then puts them all back together in the right order, perfectly recreating your original message. And boom, just like that, the journey is complete. A huge, complex message, shattered into thousands of pieces, each one navigating a global maze all on its own, only to be flawlessly put back together on the other side of the world. All of it happening in less time than it takes you to blink. It's just an incredible feat of engineering. Look, understanding this whole journey is more than just some cool, nerdy trivia. This whole process, this amazing system of packets and routers, is the engine that powers our entire modern world. It's the how behind pretty much everything we do online. Every single time you stream a movie, every video call you make to your family, every online game you play, all of it is only possible because of this constant, ridiculously fast dance of data being broken down, sent, and put back together. It's the circulatory system of our digital lives. So, yeah, the next time you click send, just for a second, appreciate the absolutely epic, invisible journey you've just kicked off. You're not just sending a file, you're launching thousands of tiny digital messengers on a global voyage that connects all of us. You know, this system has served us so well for decades. It's incredible. But as our needs grow, we're talking virtual reality, the metaverse, instant AI, our demand for data is just exploding. It really makes you wonder, right? What's the next evolution of this journey going to look like? What brilliant new system is going to power the connections of tomorrow? Something to think about.